So tonight the Echo Arena is going to be filled with craziness as X Factor is in Liverpool, the X Factor Live Tour. And the guys have been here for a few days, so of course we've come to the Hilton to quiz you both on everything X Factor. We're with Che, we're with Anton.
Hello.
Firstly, welcome to Liverpool.
Thank you very much. Really pleasure to be here. We love it here.
You've bought these pants in this city.
I did. Shopping in Liverpool is the number one thing to do.
You've got a bit of a background in Liverpool though, haven't you? You've been here quite a lot.
I have. I've been coming here since, we worked out this morning, since 1997. And so with other things and other people and sometimes standing in the dark behind other well-known people. But yeah, it's good.
Some names, anyone you can?
I always think of it like this. When I've been coming up with other people, it's their work, it's not my work. And so all I'm doing is umming and ahhing and oohing and helping to present their work.
Right,
so now I get to present our work. And so
which is brilliant, which is great. Che, what are you thinking of Liverpool? Are you enjoying it, mate?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. Best city so far, in my opinion.
Really?
There's just so much around. There's so much to do, so many shops to go. We've had a couple of days off and I've just been walking around.
And you've been to Bellini as well, which was a nice restaurant.
Yeah, amazing restaurant.
Awesome
Absolutely amazing. Yeah,
Loved it. Food is incredible.
Yeah.
It is. It's a nice place.
Really
So
nice.
let's talk X Factor. Obviously, there was a lot of controversy over this series, and the judges have been changed again now. And in your words, as two contestants that lived through it, what was the experience like?
I say to people, it was the most extraordinary experience of my life, and one that has been life affirming. And has been changes your life and changes your ideas about the industry in so many different ways.
In a good way or bad?
Oh my God! I think in both ways. You learn a lot. You learn some good stuff. You learn some.
Definitely.
You learn some. You learn stuff that you feel as if you could do better or that you could handle better.
Yeah. Che, what about you? What about your experience? Obviously, you're a lot younger than Anton. Sorry,
Yeah,
Anton.
so I
Thank you for that.
I learned a hell of a lot. I learned a hell of a lot because before I went on the show, I knew nothing about music and how the industry worked. So to go in there and obviously I'm only 19, so it was like for my brain it was so weird to kind of everything coming at me at once, and every day you're doing something. And before that, I'm just a 19-year-old, so I just sit in my bedroom doing nothing. Yeah. So to go from that to that it was amazing.
There was someone who was possibly more famous than you and on the show more than you throughout the series. Was your dad? Was your
Yes,
great to see him every
He
week,
jumped on a few times.
Yeah.
It was great. And the time he come on Extra Factor and we done a sing off. I had no idea he was there that day, so that was very nice.
Brilliant. Let's talk the judges. So we had Cheryl, we had Rita, we had Nick Grimshaw, and we had Simon Cowell.
Yes.
Who did you like the best? Who did you like the least?
I think, if I'm going to be really honest, I loved Simon and continue to love Simon. I think he's an extraordinary human being, and we get on very, very well. People think that because Nick and I had a little altercation, and I think it was just a difference of opinion, and I hope to make his opinions to prove them wrong and to continue to prove them wrong.
Which you are doing, and you'll do tonight at the Echo Arena.
Which I do, which we've been doing every week so far on the tour. But at the same time, there's a respect too. We respect each other, and he had his job to do, and it's like when you're at work and you just disagree with someone, but you carry on with the work and you carry on.
The thing is, he's been binned off now, Anton. So,
I know, isn't that shame?
Say no more.
No, I'm not saying it's a shame.
The judges obviously a lot of
getting
show focuses on them. Does that take it away from you guys as performers?
No, not at all. I think we've got our chance to shine, and I think everyone, especially everyone that got to the live shows, did that because if anyone at the live shows would have won the competition, I wouldn't have been surprised. That was the amount of talent that was there this year. So, no, I don't think they do. I think, especially this year, the talent was amazing. So
extraordinary amount of talent, and we forget. I mean, yes, I've been around maybe a little bit longer, and not maybe actually a little bit longer than the others. But Che's 19, and he has this extraordinary talent. It's just amazing voice, and I imagine that just in 5 years' time, in another 10 years' time, what that voice is going to be like. And so I'm incredibly proud to be at the beginning of his journey, while we're probably in the middle of mine, but the beginning of his journey, and watching what's going to happen next for him and all of them, really. Particularly this year, I think that the level of talent is just...
It really was.
just
I think
great.
that's what everyone was saying through the series, because obviously it was all over the press and everything else, but then you actually watched it and you're like, wow, this is probably the best series in terms of talent there's ever been.
Yeah, because there's no real... I think... Simon wanted to get away from those joke acts, wanted to get away from just having someone turn up who can't sing. And what we did have was people who really could sing, maybe different styles, but certainly could sing.
Yeah, there was such a difference in talent as well. I don't think that there was anyone who was the same as someone else. I think as the stages went on, everyone was just so different in their own way, but so amazing at the same time. So that's what made it so hard. You know, while you were there, it's difficult to be around that, because you're competing with that.
Yeah. Was there any big competition between contestants, or was it a bit...
Oh my God, yeah. I mean,
Always.
Yeah, of course there is. I think there is in life in general. If you're in everything, you know, you want to strive to be your very best, and then suddenly you're put into this thing. And people will say to me, I get people coming up to me and going, I'm thinking about doing the X Factor. And I've got to be honest, if you're going to do any show like this, be prepared to really fight for your place and work hard. No one hands you anything. No one says, here's a song and now and here's all this and it's going to be easy. It's not. It's hard work. It's graft. It's making sure that you give your very best every single time. And sometimes that works out and sometimes it doesn't. Yeah. I was astounded by Shay, because he did just get better and better and better, and it was like running a race with him. And you know, we enjoy being with each other now and hanging out and work, and
it seems like you're the father figure out of this. Like, he's just been literally going to try and get some of them up, and Shay didn't get to bed till later. He's been knocking on the door. Is he a bit like that, Shay?
Yeah, he is. He is a bit like that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Father, granddad.
Yeah, well, I wasn't that far, but, you know.
Don't think I'm anyone's granddad.
No, as in a father figure, as in he, you know, the advice he gives, and he's wise and he knows exactly what he's talking about.
Let's change it to older brother.
Oh, that's
okay.
nice.
Older brother.
Well, the other during boot camp, lots of the coming contestants called me uncle, and at first I didn't really appreciate it, because you kind of look in the mirror and you think to yourself, oh, you know, I'm all right, and then suddenly I've got all these nieces and nephews, and I kind of thought of myself as young and hip, and clearly that. But I think it's a term of respect, I think, and I think it's and because although it's a competition and although it's all of those things, I don't think it's about competing as much as it is about excelling. And so if you can excel, and so if I see somebody who is very good doing something that I think possibly, you know, it could be better in one way or another. I won't force my advice on them or anything, but I'll certainly try and help out.
Che, tell us about tonight, Echo Arena. I think there are still some tickets available, so why should people come and see the show?
Well, I mean, it's 2.5 hours long show, and there's just so much variety in the show. Obviously, it's songs that we've done on the show, but there's a twist to all of them, isn't there? They're all different to how they were on the show. There's a bit more freedom.
If you thought people could sing on the show,
the tour is it's a totally different kettle of fish, because you're just so much freer in this arena. It's a different feel.
And the Echo Arena as well is perfect for this. Have you been inside yet?
I have. I try not to.
I was going to say he's played it now already, haven't you?
Well, I have been in it before.
Right. So he's played it.
I have been in it before, but not like this. And this production, it is a full-on production, isn't it?
I mean, crazy.
From the minute you sit down in your seat, there is electric in the air. We're backstage and we are, so sometimes the adrenaline and the atmosphere backstage is so electric, so charged.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
We'd
Unbelievable.
love to put a camera backstage to get all of
We were saying that.
Yeah.
We were saying
It would
that.
be so good.
It
We
It
were
would be so
saying
good.
that, and people think that I think people often also think that because we've been in a competition with each other, that we are competing with each other 24/7. I don't think we are. I think when backstage we're in this unique
Yeah.
family.
All of us have become really
Very
close,
close,
friends. So it's not like after the tour when we're not going to speak. We're always going to keep in contact.
Yeah.
It's that kind of friendship. And
Because we went through something extraordinary together,
Yeah.
and have come out the other end, and hopefully
Exactly.
we'll go on to do
Brill.
that.
Well, listen, enjoy tonight. Che, finally, where do you see yourself now? Obviously, you're, again, and I started to stress it, Anton, a lot younger than Anton. Where do you see yourself in a year's time, say? After all this has died down, and
Yeah.
are you hoping to be signed and to move this career on?
well, yeah, I think it's a big part for me to be signed and to be writing music, and hopefully I'll have an album out by the end of the year. But I can only work as hard as I can work. But yeah, in a year's time, I just want to be writing music. As long as I'm still doing music,
Yeah,
that's what I
then
love.
you're
and
gonna be happy.
Yeah, that's fine for
We
me.
want that for you to hopefully, mate, very soon.
Yeah.
That will happen. And
Fingers
Anton,
crossed.
Same for you.
Oh yeah, I'm want to carry on doing music, and that's going to happen. Moving into television, which is also something that I'm excited about doing. Thank you very much and welcome. And yeah, so that's one of the things that I'm become more passionate. The show's great because all sorts of things that you thought I wasn't interested in so much before. Now I've found out that I really love television. I enjoy doing that. I enjoy music, and of course I'm going to make albums. Of course I'm going to carry on producing music too. So yeah.
Brilliant. Well, listen, good luck, lads. Thanks for chatting.
Thank
It was
you,
like this
mate.
is your
Thank
life,
you.
that wasn't it? It was a good old chat. Enjoy
Good, thank
tonight,
you.
and thanks for coming to Liverpool, Che and
Thank you so
Anton.
much.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.
Cheers, Liverpool.